Earth's magnetic field is collapsing and our planet's poles are about to flip. According to scientists, Earth's magnetic field is collapsing. The poles could shift and flip, which could cause catastrophic events on our planet. This has happened quite a few times before. It's time to start thinking about other things rather than perhaps global warming. Researchers warn we need to worry about our planet's magnetosphere. Earth's magnetic field appears to be collapsing, which could severely damage our climate and wipe out power grids across the world. Located deep inside our planet, there's a massive molten core that generates a magnetic field that protects our planet from devastating solar winds. We know that Mars once had a magnetic field. Something happened to our solar system, creating a havoc and a chaos. Mars' atmosphere was stripped, and also Mars does not have much of a magnetic field anymore. That's why it has such a terrible radiation level, bombarded by solar rays and cosmic rays, for example. So we're lucky we do have this field to protect us, obviously. It's called the magnetic field, and it was weakened by around 15% over the last 200 years, from what researchers say, which is pretty big. It's a pretty big percentage. 15% in the last 200 years. The magnetosphere is a large area that encompasses our planet, and its presence alone protects the planet from charged particles of the solar wind and deflects them around our Earth. This enormous protective natural layer around our planet extends thousands of miles into space, and its magnetism is so important and influential that it affects technology, life forms on the planet, and weather patterns as well. But things might change abruptly, as scientists warn that in the last 2 centuries, the magnetic field has weakened, suggesting that it could be a telltale sign that Earth's poles are about to flip. While experts believe a flip is overdue, they still cannot tell when it will occur. If the pole switch does happen, the entire planet and everything on it will become exposed to solar winds, which could punch giant holes into the ozone layer, which in turn could have a devastating effect on mankind and all life, actually. Catastrophic predictions suggest that if the planet's magnetosphere starts collapsing, power grids could collapse, the weather would abruptly change, and humans would have serious health risks. Quote, "This is serious business," Richard Holm, professor of Earth, Ocean, and Ecological Sciences at Liverpool University, told Mail Online. He says, "Imagine for a moment your electrical power supply was knocked out for a few months. Very little works without electricity these days," end quote. Scientists predict that among the most worrying things that could occur is that our climate would drastically change. Experts maintain that our planet is going through a natural process of low cloud cover caused by fewer cosmic rays hitting the planet's atmosphere. The most concerning fact, scientists say, is space radiation. Experts predict that if the flip occurs, as it does every 200,000 to 300,000 years, around 100,000 people could die from increased levels of space radiation. Radiation could be 3 to 5 times greater than that from the man-made ozone holes. And furthermore, the ozone holes would be larger and longer lived. This is what Dr. Colin Forsyth said from the Mallard Space Science Laboratory at UCL. Interestingly, by examining pottery fragments from ancient civilizations, scholars have managed to learn how dramatically the planet's magnetic field has changed in the last couple of centuries. According to researchers, the Earth's magnetic field is in constant movement, and every 200,000 to 300,000 years or so, the polarity of our planet does flip. In the case that our planet's magnetosphere continues to decline, it's possible that in the distant future our planet could look just as Mars looks today. God forbid, it was a once blue and green planet stripped of its oceans and atmosphere, and now is incapable of sustaining life. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.